A lot of things in this war in Iran or on Iran, for simple people like me, sometimes look very simple and sometimes very sophisticated, very complicated. Sometimes I think we do things that we have no choice, we have to do that. When I say we, I mean US and Israel. And sometimes I think we did that stupidly, we had no reason to do it. And the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is even stranger, because it appears like we have the upper hand, but at the same time it looks like it's helping Iran more than anything else we did. And it's complicated. Why? Because it looks the way we hear the news, the way they tell us about the war, it looks like we had to remove the ships far from the Iranian shores, so the Iranian drones or missiles don't hit our ships. And then now we have brought them very close to Hormuz, not inside Hormuz, but very close to Hormuz. And now Iranian rockets are falling in our ships. So what's going on? What is happening? It looks very simple and it is very complicated. It looks very complicated and it is very simple. And we are confused. Our President Trump warned Iran, open Hormuz or we are gonna bomb you to Stone Age. So we wanted to open it. What happened? We are there helping them block even more. So what's going on? I don't understand. We let the Iran, while we're bombing Iran, sell oil, so at least the rest of the world would get some oil, Iranian oil, of course. But we let it. We allowed it. Now we are not allowing it because Iran makes money by selling oil. Look here, we don't understand this. For people, simple people like me, this is very complicated. During the war, when we're bombing, we are letting the Iranians sell oil. Now, during the, what is that? It's not peace, well, ceasefire. We're not letting. Very conflicting, hard to understand what is going on. Iran is said is requiring every single ship that passes through the Hormuz Strait pay a toll, a sum, a tax or whatever, $1 million or $2 million per ship. US, on the other hand, is saying we're stopping every ship that has paid a toll. So both blockading the same thing. And we don't understand that. What's going on? Do we have a choice here? Do we have a strategy here? Are we desperate? What's going on? Because nothing makes sense. But if you look carefully and you stop listening from the media, the news, and you stop listening the propaganda from the government officials, and you stop listening to commentators that they too have their agenda, either against Democrats or against the Republicans, then you'll see that something very simple is hiding beneath this so-called blockade that is to make sure Iran doesn't get stronger, but is strengthening Iran every second even more. Here is why. Our ships are getting closer to Strait of Hormuz, not inside. We saw footages that Iranian forces had to order them to turn back and go to the Indian Ocean because they come too close if they enter Hormuz. Hormuz is only 30 kilometers, which is like 22, 23 miles long, I believe. If our ships enter inside Hormuz, Iran gets threatened, and we also expose our ships to Iranian missiles, but they are not letting them get through. But the problem that I have is that Iran is letting US ships come close to Hormuz in the range of their rockets, and Iran is doing nothing. Why? Here is the situation, why everything is happening. China is trying to secretly bring to Iran arms and munition during the ceasefire. So the ships supposedly come with the cargoes to get oil from Iran, but they bring arms, they bring munition. It's scary for us. Even though we know that Iran has, now we know that has a lot of rockets inside their caves, their tunnels, cities inside. China is bringing to Iran secretly even a rocket launcher's shoulder that will be very dangerous in case we make another stupid move and send what is that? What is that? I forgot the word. The soldiers want ground invasion. So this is the reason. But why? Why is Iran now? Look here. Iran has the ships, our ships, Navy ships, US Navy ships, very close to its shores. And Iran has rockets sophisticated enough to hit American bases, even a single hotel in a city, inside a city block that is hosting American soldiers far away from Iran. Iran has the precision to hit them far away. Why is not hitting the ships that are blockading now the Strait of Hormuz? No oil is coming through, and no food or supplies is getting in the Hormuz because blockade is there now. Why is Iran not hitting those ships? And this is very simple. It is in Iran's favor because we're stupidly conducting this war. Because what is happening now? China gets the oil it wants from Russia now. We have lifted the sanctions against Russia to ease tension with China, so China gets the oil, is not damaged economically, and doesn't have any reason, cannot explain to its people if they openly start a war with us or a conflict with us. So China also was allowed to get the oil during the war from Iran. So no economical reason for China to openly start the war or a conflict with the US. So there is a reason for China to not openly support Iran, to not openly come and ship arms and munition, but bring them secretly. Secretly, why? Because China doesn't want America to strengthen its hegemony in the Middle East, which will happen if Iran is weakened. So China, no matter what, is going to support Iran secretly. Now, what is happening? Iran is sitting back and doing nothing, is waiting that US take crazy steps to stop Chinese ships and start inspecting Chinese ships coming into Hormuz or coming out of Hormuz. To the extent that Chinese government feels it has to do something to save face, and things escalate. First, the conflict gets out of hand. It favors Iran because China and America now are in conflict. Is playing in Iran's favor. Iran doesn't want to hit any American ships right now unless they start bombarding Iran again. And wants China and America to play this dangerous game. So everything we're doing is crazy. And maybe we have no choice. Why maybe we have no choice? Because this war has exposed exactly that we needed to go and start a war against Iran, because Iran is getting stronger by each day, and we have to go unless we abandon our policies. Otherwise, Israel is at risk. Otherwise, our interests in the region are at risk. And we definitely have to go one day in war against Iran. Better today. On the other hand, it shows that we went to war in a war that is hard to win, and we might lose not only credibility and prestige, but we maybe are going to lose this war completely. And some say, no, it's Israel lobby, Netanyahu, who took us to this war, which could be true, but Israeli, whatever, every state has to fight for its own interests first. And if they can have us fight their war, why not? They are not doing anything wrong. Anyone can do that, but Israel will never want America to get weak, because a weaker America means a weaker Israel. Maybe this war is more complicated than we think, and at the same time much more simpler than we think. But this blockade is making no sense at all, because we're blocking supposedly the same strait, Hormuz Strait, that we're telling Iran to open or will bomb you to the Stone Age. Now we're helping them block it. It's complicated, it's strange, and it appears that we are in a very bad situation, and we don't seem to have any safe way to end it. And this is gonna be something that nobody knows how it is gonna end. I think the best thing we could have done was we bombed that night. The first day has been a morning when we were during the negotiations. We killed the supreme leaders. We killed the cabinet. We have stepped back. we shouldn't attack. And then we should have let the Iranian people rise up and finish the war among themselves. We made a big mistake that we didn't stop the day. Whenever we stop now, it's too late. Pull back, lose badly. Fight, might lose even more. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, but Iran definitely right now appears to be in a better position than before we went to war. We are in a worse position, and with this blockade, it appears we made the most stupid move. The world is gonna laugh at us if we leave the Strait of Hormuz again and lift the blockade, and it is gonna be very painful for us, I'm afraid, if we stay. So nobody knows what's going on, and all the signs are that everything we're doing at this moment in this war, we're doing wrong. Sammy, greetings.